Hello and welcome to this Xbox Live episode 446, Unrelated title. I am one of your hosts, Mark, aka Wingman709, and with me, as always, is my good buddy Rob.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Hello, Rob, also known as Presar.
And my other good buddy Brun.
Howdy, howdy. I'm drawing your face in right now as we speak.
Sweet. All right.
Caricature.
Yeah, you some kind of artist?
Yep,
Yeah.
I am.
Drawn his face like in a monster truck or something.
Nope, I don't want to do that.
Only live, folks. You can only get this live. All right. So while Brun's doing that, sorry, we're still experiencing some technical issues with my audio. As if you notice, we started once and then quit. So we're still working through that. We're gonna have to make some software changes on the back end because some stuff just not working anymore.
Yeah,
So
we're going to be moving to OBS.
yeah, we're going to OBS. Bye XSplit. So it won't be it really won't be missed. It's been a painful several years that we've been using that software.
I don't want to knock it. I mean, it does do some things really nice. Like the screen capture part that I just did. Is super easy as far as capturing regions, but I guess if you just hold down like the Alt button and drag, you can like do those types of regions now in OBS where you used to have to like type it in. Like, oh, go down negative 460 pixels, and I mean, you literally had to do that for like every asset you wanted to bring in at one point in time. So, but it does look like it's easier to deal with than what it used to.
You still got your background from last episode, by the way, too.
Yeah, Yep, I wanted to draw you guys
Changing
in
it up
first.
a lot.
Now I'm gonna flip it. Yeah.
Hey, you know one thing that XSplit does really, really, really well?
What's that?
Make us restart the show like 20 times. That's what it's best at.
Yeah, that's true. It has done that a couple times. That's
All right. So enough exploit bashing.
Yeah.
Watch us. We try to start every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, on twitch.tv. Let's start off by Rob. You had to play something. I know you played something
Yes.
this week.
I
'Cause
played
actually-
a couple of things.
We had a first, I think. All three of us were on Xbox and in the same party, and and Brun and I were playing the same game, and only Rob was busy playing something else. But I know he was playing something. What have you been playing, Rob?
So a couple of things. If you guys remember a couple weeks ago, Mark, you expounded the virtues of Fortnite. Just a little. You've heard of that game, right? You've played it once or twice.
I think it's I think I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, one thing I was going to ask you. So Mark has played it quite a bit last couple weeks, of course.
Oh.
But has it eclipsed Titanfall yet?
Oh no.
No.
No, I don't know. It's a really different type of game, man. Titanfall rule.
Yeah, because Titanfall, didn't you have like 150 hours or something like that? And it was a lot.
Oh, I got a lot. I probably got a lot in this game too. I can't look it up while
I was just curious. And I mean,
but
I have a feeling that Fortnite is going to replace Titanfall on your ranking there, least of hours put in. Maybe not this month, but this year.
I don't know.
Really?
It depends.
Is it fading?
I think it's might be starting to, but that's okay. I'll get to it.
All right.
I'll let you talk about.
Yeah. So I did try Fortnite, and I played it a bunch last night. I went through the tutorial, and I don't know. It was a little overwhelming. I mean, I felt like I went through the tutorial and I'm like, I really don't know what I'm doing at all. And it was a little disconcerting to me to the point of where, I just need to put this down for a little while. But I know it's one of those games that seems to have a ton of stuff. I'm getting all this stuff from the llamas, right? Oh, by the way, I remember you guys were talking something about tickling the llamas. It's still there.
Yeah, it's there. We found it when we were.
Okay. So, you get all this stuff from the llamas and all those carts, and it's like, I have no idea what it is. I got a bunch of stuff. It's like, okay, not sure how to use it. Yeah. Isn't it like loot carts or something? Or no, loot crates. That's the thing you get in the mail.
Yeah, no, it's just you're getting a bunch. You open up the llama. It's just like a loot crate, but you're going to smash the llama to see what rewards you get. You get defenders, survivors, heroes, XP boosts, weapon schematics, trap schematics. There's all kinds of stuff in there that you will use throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the game is really overwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, very much so. And I know, using one of my favorite games, Clash Royale, of course, it kind of slowly brought you into the game. I feel like Fortnite kind of just dumps everything on you, and it kind of explains it a little bit. And I'm sure it's freaking awesome for the people that like to explore games and figure stuff out. And it's like, oh, I can do this with this with this. I'm one of those guys, like, if I'm playing a game and there's character creation in the beginning, I want the random. I don't care. I'm not going to sit there for half an hour trying to get the best stats, because I just want to play. And this game, again, gives me that overwhelming feeling of just not knowing what's going on. And I'm sure it lessens a little bit. It won't detract me from playing the game, but it's just, I mean, it's tough. It's tough getting in there.
I kind of that it's like if somebody walked in and you were sitting at your kitchen table and someone dumped a 10,000 piece puzzle and then walked off with the box, that's Fortnite.
Yeah.
All these pieces on the table, you have no idea what, you don't even see the picture on the puzzle box. So you have no idea what you're supposed to do with all these pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no straight edge that you can there's four corners to it.
Pieces.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, I played some of that, and I see the virtues of the game, I guess. It definitely gives me like the first person tower defense kind of vibe. I'm not a huge fan of tower defense games, so I don't know where that's going to go. I mean, I like Defense Grid. That's good enough. Most other games that are tower defense just aren't my thing. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm sure it's going to be good. Other than that, I did play one game that was a bit of a surprise for me, and I don't remember exactly, but I think I picked it up in the sale recently. It's called Skyforce. At least I think that's the name of it. Can't seem to remember this game's name for some reason.
You were doing this to us yesterday. What is it? I couldn't remember what the name of it was.
Yeah. So I believe it's Skyforce Anniversary Edition or something like that. It was real cheap. It was just like a couple of bucks, I believe. Yeah, Skyforce Anniversary. And I want to say I picked it up within the last week or two in the sale. It wasn't very expensive, but it really reminded me of the old school Amiga games. In particular, like I was telling Mark about it yesterday, there's this company called designer coders, whatever you want to call them, called the Bitmap Brothers. Team 17 was another one back in the day that had games similar to this, where it had like really cool graphics. And what this game is, I'm not giving a description of it yet. What the game is, it's a top-down scroller, and you have an aircraft of some kind. It's really not a spaceship. It's not an airplane. It's something in between, I guess. And, a la 1942, 1943, whatever those shooting games are, where you're just scrolling up and stuff's coming down at you. You have like formations of planes coming at you. There's like big bombers. There's stuff on the ground, tanks. There's dudes on the ground that you have to rescue. You have to avoid being shot. And as you're playing the game, you get, you collect stars, and then there's various power-ups that you can get. So like your main cannon, your wing cannons, there's missiles. There's this thing called a magnet, which increases like the range. Like the more you upgrade the magnet, it pulls in stars from further away, so you don't need to like get right on top of them. And there's a laser, there's this shield, this like mega bomb thing. But you play each of these levels, and the beginning ones are fairly short, and you're looking to get medals in each of these. One is rescue all the people, and there's usually like less than a dozen per level. So you just have to like hover over them and pick them up. You got rescue people, do at least 70% of the enemy damage, blow up at least 70% of the enemies. Do 100% of the enemies go unscathed. Actually, I think I got too many of these because there's only 4. There's a people, all enemies, be untouched, and I guess it's 100% enemies. That's the 4 things. And once you finish all that, it gives you a harder level. Then there's like an insane mode. But it's surprisingly like just replayable. It's just like I find myself playing it over and over and over. It's like, okay, this time I'm going to try to rescue all the people and get that medal. And then you can get more upgrades. And I mean, it just really reminded me of the games that were like really, really fun back on the Amiga system. And I mean, it's a game you can play for a couple minutes and put down, walk away if you can, if you can get sucked into just one more game mentality. But I mean, it looks cool. The graphics are really good. Like they have like rock formations, like something you might find in like the desert or somewhere. It's like, a rock that's it's not really a mountain, but it's just sticking up very, very high. And as it scrolls, it's got that, is it parallax effect? Is that right? Where it like shifts so you can tell depth. Like the top moves more than the bottom kind of. But I mean, the graphics are great. The game is awesome. And it was only a couple bucks. I want to say it was less than $10. And I mean, I've played this game more than a lot of other games that were a lot more expensive lately. And I love it. So definitely check it out. Skyforce Anniversary, especially if you go way back like to the Amiga times. And it reminded me of a game called Xevious in particular, sort of like 1942, 1943, all those games, but sort of a futuristic feel to it. But double thumbs up on that one from me. And yeah, those 2 are the only ones I've really been playing, other than, well, the one that I mention every week, Clash Royale. Okay, I'm done gushing about my Skyforce.
All right. So that's it?
That's it.
All right. How about you, Brun?
Well, I played Fortnite, as you mentioned before. I played Titanfall 2, which I was playing before I played Fortnite. You had to wait on me. I was playing some Frontier Defense. Played some Battlefield 1 with, played with who did I play with? I played with Cornbread, which I think the Cornbread, we'll hear from him a little bit later. But we played some Battlefield, and it was a good time. And then, of course, I played some PUBG. But that is all I was playing.
All right. And for me, I've been on vacation for 2 weeks. I go back to work tomorrow. That's going to be tough. But I actually been traveling a lot. Haven't done a lot of gaming. So I did play a lot this weekend. But all I played was Fortnite. So I do like the game. I do enjoy it. But so Rob was liking, I can't remember what you said. Did it play itself out or whatnot? But I would say no. And it does get really hard. But I think the problem with this game is going to be now it's to the point where it's getting so difficult that you really got to have multiple people. You really can't play it by yourself. And I've heard from other people as well that it's just kind of hard to find people. Sometimes I'm doing a defense mission, my Storm Shield defense mission, and you really got to have 4 people. When you get up into the higher, when you get into into the second town of Plankerton, the missions do get harder. the enemies do come from multiple directions. So I know you guys are kind of at the beginning, and one of my complaints was, Jesus is really easy. They all come from the same place. You just stand there, and then guys don't even really get in and get into the traps. And it's weird. I know it's a beta. Maybe they'll alter some of the stuff, and I have seen things change. I have watched and experienced changes in this game already, and they have fixed a lot of stuff that I've seen happen on the fly, which is pretty cool. Um, but there, until there's more people in this game, I might have hit a wall just because I really need 3 more people to play these missions because they've just gotten so hard. And they've got these guys called chargers. You'll put up all these defenses, and this thing will just run right through and knock down every wall you put up in a straight line. I mean, he'll run right through your entire fort.
Is that the guy with the big whammer? Like one
yeah,
really
like
big
big arm.
fist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those things suck, especially later. I had them basically almost completely wipe out a fort that we had just built. And it was like, dude, by the time we got them out, there was like nothing left. And, then they just walk right up to it. And I also think, I know you got to rank up your traps and there's all these things to improve, but it's like the traps almost seem like they don't work now at this point. So it seems like it was so easy. Like they never got to the traps. You didn't even need to build a fort because you were just wiping them out. And now it's like in the second stage, it's like they just walk right through you and they go right up to the traps. And sometimes the traps take them out if you've weakened them enough on their way up to the fort. But it's like hit a level of complication. It's like, wow, this leveled up really fast to a harder level. So, and what it's weird is like you can't really go back and repeat missions you've done because it checks them off and you can't select them. So what you have to do, at least from my understanding and what I've tried to figure out, is you go and you've got to play with other people in those lower tiers, but then you don't get any XP. But you can, and you've already done the rewards and all that. So there's very little that you can get from that to try to level your characters up. So it's just like, okay, what do you do then? Just keep grinding out this really hard one. But if you can't pass it, then you don't, if you fail it, you don't get any XP either. You have to finish the mission to get all the loot and all the XP. And so I think right now it's a lack of other people. There needs to be more people in the game to allow you to pull those people in. It is getting harder. I did see a mission. Now I've got a lot of time in this game, and I actually saw a mission today that was something I had never seen before. It was a mission where you had to go find this like old fort, and it wasn't a fort, but you had to go find this spot. And then when you got there, there was like these 8 parts to this building missing. And then you had to try to go find these robot things that were stealth mode. And then so there was like these seer bots that you could activate, and you had to defend them while they'd help you find the other bots. And then they would, once you got to them and activated them, they would come back, and then they would basically kind of plug into their spot and fix their spot. And it took each one like a 60 seconds to redo. So you had about 8 minutes in total and then you'd have to defend that base while that's going on. And that's where it just got insane. I mean, we just got wiped out. We got all the 8 pieces back, and then it was just so many enemies were just demolishing us, and we had that charger just come through and just destroyed everything. And it was just like, this is insane, but at least there was a new mission type, and I was like, okay, at least that's something I hadn't seen before. So there's a lot here, and it is overwhelming. I just figured out, I think yesterday, how I'm supposed to get new guns in my inventory or in my backpack. It's all really weird how the control of the inventory and the backpack stuff works. But yeah, there's a lot to it. It's very overwhelming. But I do want to let people know, if you're playing and you're like, man, this is the same thing over and over. Not necessarily. It does ramp up and it does give you harder enemies and harder missions, and there's different types of missions you'll see where you got to go just rescue people, and so it's not all just building a fort every time, but you do a lot of that in the first area. Um, so, but where I'm going to slow down is Agents of Mayhem comes out this week. So tomorrow night at 9 p.m. because I'm on Pacific Coast, I'll get to start playing it. And if that game is good, it's going to take me away from Fortnite for a while. Another thing too, which I'll ask you guys what you think on this. I think it's a bug that they're going to fix, but they have dailies. So every day you log in, you get rewards. And then it's like, if you log in and they tell you your next big reward is at 10 days or something like that. So I always thought, from the beginning, I'm like, okay, I have to log in every day to get these, to keep that streak going, to get those better rewards. Well, then we were out of town for a while and I was like, man, I better take my Xbox. Well, I didn't. I'm like, I'm not going to take it. When I got back, I got like the day 17 reward. Like it never reset. And I was like, oh, well, that's nice. This is my 17th day of playing. But I really think that that's something that they probably aren't aware of and will probably fix, because my normal experience with a free-to-play game is those rewards are to entice you to come back every single day.
Right. It should have started you over back to day one.
Right. That's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
And it didn't.
I'm logging in right now.
Okay, that's something they're gonna fix.
Yeah.
That it is, again, it's a beta, and I have seen things get fixed in the game that were there, 2 weeks ago, and now it works. Like when you'd send out your people on an expedition, well, you'd come back and it'd say an expedition's in, and you'd say check expedition, or you hit A to go to to cash it in, and it wouldn't do anything. And so you go play a mission, then after the mission, then it would report. Well, now every time you go there, it actually, oh, your mission's returned and here's your rewards. That has actually been fixed. So, stuff like that, I see them fixing. I guess they've redone some areas. Supposedly, one guy I was talking to yesterday, we were just two of us on a defense of his storm shield, and we just kept getting wiped out. And he was just like, same thing. He's like, you're the first person that's come in here. I can't get anyone to join me. He's like, I've been trying this. I just keep getting wiped out, and I got to keep rebuilding. And when you get your thing wiped out, it takes a lot of resources to rebuild, so it's can be a little frustrating, but I just don't know how long the legs will be. But
they're not going to be in my opinion, they're not going to be very long because of the stuff that Rob was talking about. And like you were saying, like you just figured out how to do this, or I think and I said it yesterday, is there's just so much stuff going on and no way to know what in the world you're supposed to do. And I'm not for like the super hand holding type of thing, but something like, and that's the main reason why I fell out of Destiny the first time, is because I played the story mode in Destiny, if you want to call it that. But then when I was done with it, I just stopped playing because like I don't know what Crucible is. I don't know what this is. Like I don't know what a strike is. Like what are dailies? What are weeklies? Well, I don't know what any of this stuff is. Like, oh, well, you got to go on the internet and read about it. I'm like, no, I don't want to go on the internet and read about the game that I have to play. I want to know what I'm supposed to do. And
you got to grind your ore and stuff. So you got to go to the moon and spend hours there getting ore or whatever was available. That, and then you got to go to a different planet to mine some other resource. And
but I mean, once
it's not as bad.
Well, it's not as bad.
But you do.
Wait,
so where you do have to get your ore or your wood, your steel, and your rocks, to make bricks and metal buildings and wood buildings, and you use that stuff up. But whatever you leave that mission with, you come back, it's still there. But it's available everywhere. It's not like you can only get wood in certain maps. All items are available in all maps.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like once I learned how to play that and I understood it because somebody explained it to me, then I enjoyed Destiny. So maybe it would be the same thing if somebody would explain this, in detail. Like,
there's too much. It's you have to jump on like you did last night. and you ask me questions, I'm like, oh, you do this or you do
Yeah.
that, or this helps to speed up going through the skill tree, or this is, you know, those types of things. Yeah, you have to be on because there's so much. No, and I guess that's why they don't have a guide on how to do it. Um, but there is, if you go into the to the far right of the menu, that's where they got like their challenges, and there are tutorial challenges which do kind of act in a way. They do tell you, here, do this, do this, do this, and then you get a reward for completing that, but it's also teaching you certain parts. But it's not all at once. So there is, it's a lot to take on.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever played a game that's this involved. Well, no, I can't say that. I have played games, but like Elder Scrolls, and Neverwinter Nights, I was the same way. I'm like, I don't even know what to do with half this stuff. The Star Trek Online, there's so much to it, but this one feels just even more overwhelming, I think, than those did, because I think this threw it all at you. It's like it's all there from the start. You're like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
I still don't know what the point of the collections is.
I see.
Like,
I know what that is now. I see. I went out and read about it, and that's the only reason why I found out about it. I mean, the collection book is it's just basically you're going in there, like you'll collect items, obviously, and you can break down items or retire people, which will then give you XP to apply to other people. Well,
Right.
before you do that, you should really consider going and looking in the collection book to see if they have a space. Like, do you remember the sports cards that used to be stickers, and you'd get a book, and you'd open the book, and you'd get the card, and you'd stick the sticker, like, in its position for that player, and like, and each couple pages was like a team. That's essentially what this is. So instead of retiring a person, like say it's a green level, which is like the lowest, not the lowest, but like gray's the lowest, and then there's green. But say you have a purple level of that person with the same perks, but they're 10 times better. So you know I'm never going to use this green version of this defender or whatever. But if you go to the collection book, it'll be like, oh look, I can put him in his spot. And what you do is you can't use him ever. You're like giving him his card up almost as if you're retiring it for points. But that's essentially what it is. Now, once you go and you fill up all your pages of everything that you have, your book will be a certain level. Say it's level 50. And I think the levels go up to 1,000 or 100 or they're way up there. But the way, once you have all your book filled in, the way you level them up is by leveling up the cards in there.
Right.
So, because you know for a fact, if you played this game for, let's say, a year straight, you're going to have your orange level or purple level heroes that you are going to use. Like, you're going to have your core set of heroes. And once you level them all the way up, what are you going to do with your leveling points and your XP and stuff?
You're gonna put those into your hero helpers. You've got heroes that will come on later. I don't think you probably haven't gotten there, but there's all these other things where you slot people in.
Yes, true.
And some are heroes, so you're gonna have to rank those guys up too, and somehow they help your Storm Shield number, or I don't know.
Yeah.
There's the EMT squad, the fire squad, I don't know. There's all these different things to it.
But that's
they enhance stuff supposedly.
Yeah, but that's the collection book, so that's what it's used for. And I think my book's up to like level 14, and of course you get rewards for ranking up that book as well. So instead of breaking things down for XP, I'm, or every time I get a new floor trap that I already have and it's a better level, then I'll go retire or put that in the collection book, and then if I already have it, then I break it down for XP. They just need to figure out a better way for that UI. The UI in this game is ridiculously horrible. It is the worst thing ever, because that collection book, it should be easy enough as me just to say, let me go through, and then if I have it or if I have dupes or something, it's horrible. Yeah, it's not good. But
and it's slow.
oh my gosh,
That's the thing, too. It's like you'll click a button and it's like
3
nothing
seconds
happens.
later.
It's like, yeah, and you click it again, and then it's like, oh, you just sold the guy, because it's like then it goes into it, and then it hits the button again. It's like, no.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But all right.
But anyway, it is still a fun game, but I
Hey,
don't know.
I have a
don't know,
question.
Rob, if
I
it'll
have a
have
question real quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So you have to go to another planet, right, to get stuff, or you have to go to the moon?
No, that's in Destiny.
Oh, Destiny? Okay. Never mind.
I'm saying in this game you don't have to do that.
Oh, you don't? Because I thought
Don't.
you said you did, and I'm like, wait a second.
Ooh,
If you're
no.
if the world is attacked, yeah, and you have to go somewhere else to get stuff, just stay there.
Yeah.
That's Destiny.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
no, here every time you go into a game, you can gather up your resources. Everything is available in that
Yeah.
map that you're at.
Okay.
That's a good thing.
Sure.
All right. So we'll move on. You can support us on Patreon by going to thisxboxlife.com/Patreon. We really appreciate our patrons of the show. This is a reoccurring monthly donation, if you will, to us. You set the amount that you wish to donate to us on each and every month, and how you wish to do that through credit card, debit, whatever. That's through Patreon. And if you want to do a one-time donation, you can go to thisxboxlife.com/donate. And again, that is a one-time only donation option. Again, we appreciate all our patrons and donators, and we really appreciate that. Helps keep the lights on. All right, so we're going to jump into some topics. And I thought this was kind of interesting. And I don't know, I'm bringing this one up because I don't know how they're going to do this. This seems like an awful lot. I'm a little worried now about the Xbox One X and its availability come November 7th, because Taco Bell is going to be doing a promotion by which customers can win a free Xbox One X video game console. So
Nice.
this started on the 31st of August, so it's running right now. It'll run through October 4th. Okay. So that's 34 days roughly, right? 34, 35 days.
Yeah.
So Microsoft, okay, so let's Rob, get your calculator out. 35 days, or we'll just even say 30 days. Okay, make it easy. Microsoft says a new winner will be awarded on average every 10 minutes during the duration of the program. Those who do win. Okay, so maybe they're going to give away other stuff. When I first read this, I was like, they're giving an Xbox One X away every 10 minutes for 30 days. So I'm like, they won't have enough. So maybe it says those who do win a console will also get a copy of Forza 7 and a 3-month Xbox game subscription. So maybe they're going to have other stuff that they're going to give out.
No, it's every 10 minutes. It's just like the PlayStation 4 giveaway they did. It was every 15 minutes. So if it's working the same way, what you do is they give you call in with the code on your box or your drink or whatever. You text it in and it lets you know, like, yes, you're a winner, or no, you were not a winner. And there's a new person drawn every 15 minutes. So you're heading down the right path, what you're thinking. It's like how many...
is it a console every 10 minutes?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I think then that's like 6 consoles an hour. Right?
So 144 a day and over 4,000 over the month. Which
4,000 over, so 4,000 already.
Yep.
That have to come off the initial run, right?
Yeah.
So how many are they going to have available on November 7th?
I
mean, I would hope more than 4,000, but you think they're going to have 1 million?
Couple.
I mean, people
I would say a couple.
I hope so, man. I just hope this doesn't turn out to be something that's like impossible to get.
No,
because they gave 500,000 of them away to Taco Bell.
No, I don't think that'll be the situation. And the funny thing is like maybe I'll get lucky enough to win one that way. Well, I haven't been eating Taco Bell, but the boys' dad
I don't have Taco Bell down by me, unfortunately.
Yeah, so
we got one like the opposite way of where I work.
yeah.
Ways to go for food.
Yeah, the two older boys, their dad won his PlayStation 4 that way. He won one through Taco Bell.
Oh, nice.
So
you do have to buy the steak quesarito $5 box.
yes.
So that's you have to buy that promotional meal to be eligible to get potentially win. So I guess there's an option for everybody. You got Taco Bell nearby.
Yeah.
I guess.
Because they had what? There was last year they had this for the PlayStation VR. The previous year they were doing a gold Xbox. So did he win gold Xbox? I mean, PlayStation.
There was just the PlayStation. It was the PlayStation 4 for launch.
Yeah, because I remember them doing a gold one for a while. At least that's what they had in Chicago. Yeah. But all in all,
be able to get one on launch day for my pre-order. If I can't, they say, "Oh, we don't have enough." I'm gonna freaking ticked off at Microsoft and Taco Bell.
Because you won't get yours because some person won one in Taco Bell and then they're gonna sell it to buy a Switch.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting. Like I saw somebody put out a guide that was like, if you want an Xbox One X and, you want to upgrade your current console, here's what you should do now. And it's like, sell your Xbox One, for this much money on these sites. And I'm like, I don't want that. I want the best, the Best Buy or the Amazon or even GameStop, I guess at this point, where I want the trade-in. Like, we'll give you $150 for your Xbox One, with Kinect or whatever. So what's that?
Don't jump ahead.
Oh, sorry. Was that? I didn't see where
Not
that was.
Exactly, but you're jumping sort of ahead. We may have an option. It's not exactly what you want.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. No, I'm just saying, like, when I was talking before about an Xbox One X, it's like I will get one if I can trade my current Xbox One in for $100 or $150.
Yeah,
because you got to do that early.
You do it now. If you wait till that comes out, they're going to drop the money going in because everyone's going to be doing it. And that's right. I think that's what they're saying. Yeah. Now is your best chance to trade it in and get your best money. Yeah. But
the thing here,
you're gonna have to wait to see what Microsoft says.
Yeah, the thing here wasn't a trade-in program. This one here was like try to sell it on eBay or something like that. Like, no, I don't want to sell mine on eBay. Like, I want to literally trade one up or trade one in, because I know they did that with Xbox 360 for the first couple weeks. You could get 150 if you had like a 360S with Kinect or something like that. And I was like, oh man, it's like, I'll definitely do that because it gets it right in that price range that I wanted. So, but yeah, sorry.
All right. So next, there's, as you guys can sort of see, some of the controllers in the background. Those are some new items coming out. You can.
Here, I can move it up.
So, because the article talks about a couple different things. Yep. There's 3 new Xbox One controllers available. All 3 models are standard controllers and come in the blue Patrol Tech, the red, black, Volcano Shadow, and gray. The 2 colored controllers run $69.99 and the gray is $64.99.
Yeah.
So there's just, if you want something different, they're available to you. I guess they're available now.
I like the gray. I think the gray looks sharp.
I dig the blue.
Yeah. Yeah, the blue's cool too.
Like symbols down the middle of it mean. It's kind of weird. There's like, the others don't have any symbols down the center, but the blue one has like 3 little icons or symbols down the middle of the controller. I'm not sure why.
Voicemail, X, and house.
I was thinking email, X, and homepage or so. That's what I was thinking. So,
yeah.
Anyways, if you're looking for something different, those are available to you. All right. So,
I always kind of wondered about these things. I mean, they got the design lab now where you can customize your controller as much as you want. And I know that they don't have gradients and, some cool insignias and stuff like that. Right. But didn't they like almost kill this market mean, other than having to wait, having to order and wait and get it in the mail, having these pre-designed controllers is like instant gratification. You can just go buy it, but wouldn't you just want to design your own?
I don't think you can get a custom one for $64 though.
Right. That's the other thing.
I guess,
yeah, I think it's $80.
They 90 or something.
Right.
And on sale.
$80 and then $10 to get the engraving done. So $90 to get your,
Yeah, plus you might go into a Walmart or a Best Buy or something, and it'll be on sale, Black Friday for $40. So, but yeah, I think they're pretty sharp. I definitely like the gray one because I like the green accents in it.
All right. So the next thing I kind of wanted, it's not exactly what Brun was wanting, but we do know that the 360, they did do like a test market with the 360 to where you could like a payment plan, kind of like a cell phone, like you kind of commit to 2 years of, and you pay over that time and you end up paying the Xbox off. Well, Microsoft has just put the Surface out into a financing option. And I know they did this. I've heard about this a while ago that we're doing it for businesses, but they're also now doing it for consumers. So if you want to get a Surface tablet or like one of those new Surface laptops, you can go and get one through Microsoft.com, and you can actually pay for it with up to 2 years with no interest rate. So you are paying the full price of the item at 0%. I actually looked at it. So my thought on this and why I'm bringing up Surface Laptop in this financing program is, we've heard a couple different things. Major Nelson, I think Phil Spencer said it, that they're getting ready to announce the Xbox One X, and they're going to have some really neat things around the announcement. And so we've seen this tested with the 360. We see that the Surface now has it, which really surprised me. I actually was like, oh, okay, maybe I can upgrade my Surface, but it was still like $60 a month for the one I wanted. I'm like, maybe not. But I kind of think that we might see the Xbox One X go into this financing program, because if they have the program already set up and it's direct from Microsoft, they don't really care, what it's just a device. All the payment and monthly stuff's going to be already set up, and in the system they already have it. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that the Xbox One X will be available with some kind of low monthly payment program, which I think is a good option for people that maybe don't have the $500 but don't mind spending, I don't know, you have to figure it out, $500 over 2 years. Rob, you're up on the calculator.
What?
$500 over 24 months. That might be, I don't know, how much would that be?
Just under 21.
So $21 a month. I bet you a lot of people might jump on that.
Oh, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah. You're still, so I mean, it's you're not getting anything for turning your other one in, but you could keep it. Like in my case, if or you want to maybe give your current Xbox to the family or give it to the kids, and you can jump and get a brand new one, and it's only $20, $21 a month. That's really probably easier to swallow for a lot of people than $500 out the door. So,
yeah, definitely a 0%. Yep.
That's the thing. You're not paying any additional on this. So don't go, and what I like about it too is if you're going to already put it on a credit card or your Best Buy card or wherever you buy your stuff, and you're going to stick it on a credit card, don't. Go get it this way, because you will pay 0% through Microsoft, where you're going to pay, gosh only knows, you could pay up to 30% on those other cards, and that's just not worth it, So keep your ears open. When Gamescom's coming up, in a week or two? I didn't expect them to announce it at Gamescom, because it's like the middle of the night in the US. And I really kind of think that that's a bad time, because their biggest market is here in the US. But if they're going to try to make a big deal about it over Europe, to try to get more devices in place, then maybe they will announce the pre-order stuff. But hopefully, we'll know within the next couple of weeks, and we'll definitely talk about it when they make the announcement. But keep that in mind. If you're looking for a Surface, you can do this today, Microsoft.com. So.
Yeah, Surfaces are a lot more expensive than Xbox One X's.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, all right. Rob, can you, for when you guys take the next couple, I gotta run for a moment.
Sure.
Oh, apologies. Be right back.
Okay.
You want to take it?
Let's
No.
see. I'm looking at what it was here. So the next article is the first wave of creators program games are available now. So I guess back in March, the Xbox Live Creators Program was unveiled. But today or not today, but when this article was written 3 days ago. So 3 days ago, they made those games available. And those games are Animal Rivals, Block Dropper, Crystal Brawl, it's a Derelict Fleet, ERMO, Galactic Max, Cubic, Space Cat. Ooh, Space Cat. Everybody loves cats.
Yeah.
Stereo Aereo. And I think that's actually the last one. Now, if anybody was interested in any of these, you can go under on your Xbox, go to the games section, and then you'll see, or go to the store, and I guess under the store is the games section. Typically those 4 boxes right next to the search add-ons, all games, you'll see collectors, or creators collection. If you click there, then you'll get the list of all the games. So I'm trying to see, did you see any that you were actually interested in, Rob? I know you're scrolling through them now.
Yeah, because I looked at this earlier and I can't find it because it had a link from the Insider program. Where'd you say it was? Through the store?
Yeah, if you go through the store, there's the Creators Collection button on your Xbox under Games if you want to, and it'll take you to all of them. But basically the main thing here is that those games that were talked about, or when the program was unveiled, back in March, that they are available now. So I didn't want to go through each and every single one and explain them all because, anybody can go out there and look at that. Plus, we were about 30 minutes late starting the show.
Yeah.
So.
Wait, so where'd you say it was?
But don't miss out on Space Cat.
That's why you missed it. I'm like, ooh, Space Cat. Everybody loves cats. So you're on your Xbox, right, Rob?
Yeah.
So go to store.
Yeah, I'm in store.
And then go to games.
I'm in games.
And then those 4 boxes, like right underneath, like the big banner where it says search add-ons, all games.
Yeah.
You should see a box that says...
Oh, there it is. Yeah, Creators Collection.
Yep. So.
Oh, so they added some more stuff to it. Because I looked at it before, and the games sucked a lot.
Well, remember, these aren't like
garbage.
massively big studios, and if you really think about it, like the ID at Xbox is like a step up above this. So, these might be, I'm going to sneeze.
This is like you guys or us making our own game and putting it on the Xbox. That's where it goes.
What was that thing that they had where you were like going to make your own games and share them with people? Do you remember that?
This.
No. It was something else. I forgot what it was called. They started like 2-3 years ago. It was on PC and it was going to be on Xbox. You guys don't remember what I'm talking about?
No. If it wasn't this.
This is it.
Yeah.
No, there was something else. Project Spark or something like that. Was that it?
That was a game.
Yeah, that's a game that you could build levels in.
Right, exactly.
That got canceled. This is
right.
You can design a game that you're not in that Spark universe.
Right.
So you can
So
make a Pac-Man game if you want, and
sure.
call it Rob Man, and run around and chomp squares instead of circles, and have llamas chase you instead of ghosts, and make sell it for $2 on Xbox and Windows 10.
So, Project Spark, I mean, I vaguely remember it now because it faded so quickly after its start. But it kind of sucked. And, these games kind of suck as well. And, some of these games, like $10 for Derelict Fleet, no. Even like Space Cat, free. I'm not going to install it. It's horrible. And it's Arcade Hysteria, Whispers in the Dark, Bingo Hall for $1.
Those poor kids in that one special school in New York that put this game out together. You just bashed them and broke all their hearts, Rob.
You didn't even play the game, Rob. You are
Rob's
rude.
like, welcome to the real world. If you put out crap, you're going to get crap. Just kidding.
and like they got Solitaire HD, which is free, and it's got the little in-app purchases thing next to it. I mean, it looks nice for a solitaire game. If I want to play a solitaire game, I'll play it on my PC. I'll play it on my phone. I'm not going to play it on my Xbox.
Okay, so Rob's not a fan of this.
No, it's just these games that they got. I mean, they're
then make a better one and
sale.
put it in there.
No, I'm not motivated.
Oh goodness! All right. Well, Rob,
it's a start. It's a start.
Yep.
It's a change,
do better.
And it's not the only thing changing.
Yeah.
So Microsoft is working on fundamental changes to Xbox achievements.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, I don't exactly know what this means. But Microsoft has teased an update that fundamentally changes the concept of Xbox achievements. Windows Central Xbox Platform Corporate Vice President Mike Ibarra explained, Xbox Platform Corporate VP was speaking to Windows Central. Mr. Mike Ibarra was talking to Windows Central and explained that his team is working towards a bigger, more meaningful change about somebody's gaming accomplishments in history as a gamer on Xbox. So the idea, it seems, is to reward those who intensively play a single game as much as those who play many games. And he said, and don't worry about Score Hunter, and don't worry, Score Hunters, it sounds as though traditional achievements will be sticking around. He says we can do a lot more to reflect and let people show their gaming history and their status, whether it's somebody who only plays a multiplayer in Halo 5 at a professional level, maybe they only have 2,000 gamer score. You want to be able to celebrate that person. While Yamar explained that the specifics of how achievements will be altered can't be discussed right now. They're going to go big in the area of letting people show off and represent their gaming history and the type of gamer that they are far more than they currently do with achievements.
Yeah, so basically what he's saying there is you can go and rack up 1,000 points, and you could have, a million gamer score. And dude, you got a million gamer score because you went in, you got so many achievements that totaled a million gamer score. But for somebody like me, if I'm a massive Battlefield player or Wing, here's a good one for you. Titanfall, the first Titanfall. What gen did you make in the first Titanfall?
Gen 1050, baby.
Yeah, Gen 1050. How many gamer score did you get out of
2,000?
Okay, so you got the full amount out of Titanfall.
Yep.
Okay.
Not gonna do that again.
Yeah. So what if you were rewarded though, not just 2,000, but you got like a special award or mention or something, something that identifies like, dude, you just basically dominated and maxed out everything you could do in Titanfall because you put all those hours in. So, but
I should mail you a T-shirt or something.
Well, it's just like, with Battlefield. Like have
1,000
hours in Battlefield and 20 gamer
probably
score.
Get like avatar items because they're bringing avatars back for some dumb reason. I mean, I guess they're not gone; they still exist. If you go try to hunt them out, your avatar does exist on your Xbox, but they're redoing those and bringing those back. And that's what I think they're going to do. Is they're going to give you like avatar items.
Yeah.
For, it's like, who cares?
Yeah. I'm not an
And
achievement guy anyway, so.
And maybe they'll do something like with gamer cards, or something that you can do on the dashboard. Because I guess the dashboard's changing. That's
Yes.
something. The dashboard's going to change again, and maybe there's something there you can put in your showcase to kind of, hey, he completed this, or he got all the achievements in this game, or he's got so many hours or something like that. But it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah, I mean, look at somebody who plays Call of Duty all the time, and that's all they play. It's the only game they play. That and Madden. Oh, look, you got 10,000 gamer score, but you have 3,000 hours in Call of Duty. It's just like something should be identified. Like Call of Duty, maybe it's like another set of achievements instead of an achievement point. It's like, think of it like trophies and PlayStation, right? They have a bronze trophy, gold trophy, platinum trophy. Like if you get all of the achievements, you get a platinum, if there's a platinum. But so think of like another tier of achievement, which doesn't have any points tied to it, but it has something tied to it. So. But like maybe each game has like 3 levels of trophies or something. Just an example. But yeah, I'm not an achievement guy anyway, so whatever floats their boat, I guess. So. But all right.
I had to go look. I just was curious. I'm at 236, 197.
I have no idea what I'm at. I look and then I forget. So, but Insider Program, is Rob, you still in the Insider Program?
Yep.
Okay, because I kind of left the Insider Program, but how's it changing?
It's changing a lot.
Is it really?
Dude, this article was super confusing. But I like that they gave the info. I actually put my ass back in the program, but I'm on so they've got these different rings.
Oh, okay, I see what you're doing.
And they've always had them.
Yeah, but now they've gave data on this. Before, I used to be in an early group, and I didn't like that. So I'm now in the I think I'm in the Delta group. So this is open to anyone with a tenure of 1 or more months that has reached Xbox Insider Level 2. I'm actually really high, so I was kind of surprised they put me in. I think it was Ring 4. That's Ring 3. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in Ring 4. I'm in Omega. So this is I'm gonna get the updates right before they go general release. So It's not. I'm really on the Insider Program, but they claim it. But I mean, it's weird that they even put me there, because when my card comes up, it's like, oh, you've been on the, because I had so much time in it before. I thought they were going to stick me into an earlier, at least the beta ring, but they've got an alpha, beta, delta, and omega. Okay, which that's the new group names. Again, alpha is like invite only, early access, and the thing is, if you get into this, they're saying number of updates you could get would be 15 to 20 per month, and the bandwidth usage would be 60 to 80 gig. The preview beta, you could expect 8 to 15 updates a month, with a bandwidth usage of 32 to 60 gig. The preview Delta group varies. Select users could get up to 3 updates a week, and it would vary. The bandwidth could be 12 gig a week. And then the Omega group, number of updates per month, 1 to 8, anywhere from 4 to 32 gig bandwidth usage a month. So if you're interested, you just have to go and download the Xbox Insiders app. So you can go search for that. And you can join that way. It's probably going to default you to the Omega, which to me is fine. I can, because by then that stuff's gone through 3 other test groups. So I'm still getting it. You're still going to get the stuff right before general release. But and you can kind of test some stuff if you want. And they got the XP thing going. Makes a neat little old school ring for it's like old 8-bit audio. I thought it was kind of funny when it was like, ching, you you get your XP for completing a task program.
Yeah,
But
I remember, like, I always liked it because it was cool because you would get to play with the stuff first and obviously get the test. But the thing that really get me out of it is that every time I seemed like I was in the preview program, my Xbox would always slow down to a crawl because of the number of updates that were coming across. And then it was like, oh, the only way to fix it is to reformat your Xbox and start all over. So it's just like, forget it. I'll take them when they come out. So I'm only updating like once or twice a year.
right.
But have you guys did you guys watch the video of the updates?
The only one I saw was about 10 seconds long, so you couldn't see. I don't know if there's a
Here,
longer one.
Major Nelson, on Major Nelson's site, he sat down with the guy like he does any other time and stuff. I'll tell you, I'm going to like the homepage and I'm going to like the sidebar a lot more than what I do now. So, something to look at. It was interesting. Actually, it's in our Facebook group too. So I think Dawn put it out there.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's the homepage. You're going to be able to customize it how you want. Like if you just want the app that you're currently using and your pins, that's all you need on there. So
I mean, the new homepage. I mean, I'm running it on my system. I got it on the 8th.
oh, okay.
And I mean, it's okay. It's a pretty big shift from before. What's the best way to describe this? So recently they added that sidebar that pops when you do the home button,
Yep.
right? The Xbox button. So they've changed that a little bit. I think they've made that a little bit better. I'm just so used to scrolling up and down on the left side, like going to settings. That's now all at the top of the
it's
sidebar.
great. Use the bumpers. It flips so quick. Supposedly a lot quicker. So
yeah, it's better than using the. I didn't notice you could do that with the bumpers.
Yep.
But there's a slight change with that. One thing that they mentioned on the that they kind of mentioned in the Facebook group, and I think people are going to have an issue with it, mainly because it's different. And that's that when you scroll up and down in the home menu or in the home screen, it does that effect that you see on some web pages where you scroll and like the whole picture changes. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like some commercial websites have that.
Yep.
So it's like, it tells you like scroll down. It's got like a little arrow or something like that. You scroll down and then it's like the next screen. So it's almost like a paginated scroll on the website. That's kind of like what they did with this. So you've got what I'll call the home landing page, which gives you some advertisements on the bottom and a couple of things you've been playing. Like I have Skyforce Anniversary, Fortnite, My Games and Apps, and I don't know what this other thing here is, Xbox Help, because I accidentally launched it. So you got a couple ads and you got that. If you scroll down, it launches, like for me, Skyforce Anniversary came up because it was the last thing that I played. So I can launch the game here. It's got, I think, some broadcast that somebody did, some achievement information. When you scroll down, I get welcome suggested, some Xbox Hall stuff. I've got my pins on the next page below that. Xbox Live Gold below that. Games and apps I might like below that. Game Pass below that, and that's at the bottom. So it scrolls super fast, but what's kind of strange about it is that as you scroll down, you're scrolling through the elements in the page in that screen. So for example, if I'm in my pins, which are 6 wide and 3 down, I have to hit down 3 times to scroll through that. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
whereas
or
Xbox,
pull right trigger. Right trigger, left trigger should jump sections.
It's left, right trigger takes me to the bottom and the top.
Oh,
so
okay.
left trigger goes all the way up, right trigger goes all the way down.
Okay. What about bumpers?
bumpers, home mixer community. So
Oh,
it's the
okay.
typical left right.
Yeah, I
It's just
figured.
kind of weird.
Yeah, it's that's strange because I figured there'd be a way to jump through sections quickly.
Yeah.
Maybe there is, and I just don't know. But the one thing about like all those ones you rattled off in the middle, like you can remove all those. Like you can
Yeah.
literally have the top section and your pins, which is exactly what mine's going to be. Because when I boot mine up, the first thing I do is pull right trigger and go to my pins and boot up a game and go. Or I go
Here,
to
so
the sidebar. So
yeah. So right under Skyforce Anniversary, I have welcome suggested, and I see there's a little garbage can
yep.
all the way on the right. Hit the garbage can, boom, it's gone. Okay. And now pins is right underneath.
Yep.
Let's see. Gold I'll keep. Games
So,
I might like is gonna go. Game Pass gonna go.
but
Oh, it looks like you can pin friends to your homepage.
yep. There's a number of things you're going to be able to do with it. So
Yeah.
but if anybody's interested, I would say go out and check out the video for sure because, unless you're like Rob or one of the preview people that have it and get to play with it, that might be the only way you'll get to see it. So
But there is one thing that I noticed though. In the lower right hand corner of the screen, there's now a little Xbox logo. It's like a watermark on the page.
okay.
That's new. I never noticed that before.
I heard if you click it or you walk up to your TV and press on it, it sucks you
if I
into
press
another
it?
dimension. Yeah, like you just touch your TV and it sucks you into another dimension. Where you ride bikes and they're all light up behind you. I'm talking about Tron. So, but all right, what's next?
This is Rob, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, Rob.
Yeah.
Okay. This game again. Okay. No, go ahead.
Well, we talked about this before.
Oh, I don't know.
Nope.
I was just saying
Nope.
it to me.
Okay. All right. I got you. All right. As you may or may not know, Conan Exiles is coming out sometime soon here. And the company that's making it, Funcom, said that they're going to launch it on August 16th in game preview. And then there's going to be the Frozen North free expansion that's going to be hitting Xbox One and PC in the same day. This game looks kind of interesting. It really reminds me of Far Cry. Oh, what was it called? Primal. Not Primal Scream. That's something else.
So
But,
it's like Far Cry Primal, and it's
Primal?
like
Yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, so another game like that. So
Yeah.
but
So you
cool.
might want to
So
check this thing out.
Wednesday?
Yeah. No, Thursday. Isn't Thursday 16th?
Wednesday.
Let's see.
Today's the
Wednesday,
13th.
yes.
Yep. So Wednesday.
Yeah, so it's coming out on preview on Wednesday. And you might want to check it out if you liked Far Cry Primal. And I think this kind of genre or whatever you want to call it is, it's something a little different. It's a lot different than, your World War I, II futuristic kind of games that we're so used to playing. And then also, you guys want to talk about anything else before we do the news recap? Just tearing through some of the stuff that happened last week or so.
Nope.
Okay. A couple things just to add. Spotify launched on Xbox One. So if Spotify is your thing, you might want to check it out on the console. And, we talked about the new dashboard or homepage and all that stuff. That's the Fluent design that we talked about, I don't know, a couple weeks back. So it is finally here. And this was kind of neat. It came from the last update, I believe, on the 8th. And I think this was a long thing that we could have used a long, long time ago. And that's now you can move multiple games between hard drives at the
Oh,
same
okay.
time.
That's nice.
So it used to be one at a time, which was a freaking chore. And now you can do it, select a bunch of them. It was a little weird at first because I messed with it a little bit and I moved some stuff back and forth. It was a little weird at first to find it. It wasn't quite as intuitive, at least for me, because I probably made it a lot harder than it needed to be. But you go through the storage section, you find the games that you want to move, and you just basically check mark them, and then you hit transfer. So that was kind of a nice little thing, and I don't think we've ever talked about that. So if you're going to be upgrading your hard drive anytime soon, because I know hard drive prices are dropping, the storage capacity is getting a little bit bigger, and games are getting bigger, of course, as well. Then this is going to be an awesome feature, just to copy stuff back and forth. And that's it.
All right.
We got next community.
Yep. Community time. So, Mark, do you want to run through the community fund?
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. So, community time. First, if you want to send us a voicemail, go to thisxboxlife.com. Click on send voicemail on the right-hand side. If you want to send us an email, you can do contact at thisxboxlife.com. We have two that we will get to in just a second. You can send us a Twitter, thisxboxlife.com/Twitter. So you follow, that'll take you to our Twitter account. And the main place where all the chit chat goes on is on Facebook. And thisxboxlife.com/Facebook will get you there. So our first email for the night came from Nightlord40K. He says, I just wanted to let you all know that Compulsion Games will be increasing the price of We Happy Few $29.99 to $50.99 on August 16th. That's this week, folks. That's Wednesday. I know that this game is still in early access, but I'm feeling that because of the price increase, they are set to release the final build of the game on the 16th. I highly recommend this title as it's an excellent and twisted survival game and want the community to know of this price increase so they can pick it up before the price goes up. If you purchase this game, were you planning to, or have you been following the development? Thanks, guys. I'll be waiting on your next episode. Yeah, this was a game that looked pretty cool. I remember this was the one where they guy didn't take his pill, and all of a sudden things weren't so happy.
Yeah,
and it just looked pretty bizarre. It's
creepy.
It looked interesting to me, but being that it was a game preview, it wasn't anything I jumped into. But getting it for $30 instead of $51. It's a good thing. I'm glad he mentioned that to the community. So I probably still won't pull the trigger on that one. But what do you guys think? Are you guys interested in it?
Yeah.
Rob?
I played that game preview release that they had, and it kind of put me off. I don't know. It just I didn't care for the weirdness of the game. So I think I'm going to pass on it.
Yeah, I did the preview as well, and I won't be picking it up.
It's like that preview ruined it.
Yeah,
it shouldn't have shown it.
Yeah, because it was. I mean, obviously that was how many months ago, and here we are talking about, talking about it now, and it's just yeah, you might have ruined it because it's so long after that. But I don't know, maybe go back and try it again. That's the only thing I can think of doing. So
there's a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of people that are very much cult of the new. It's you're always playing the new stuff. This game, when they launched in game preview, that's when they were the new stuff. And now I swear that was more than a year ago. It's the buzz died down. It's oh, they're coming out. All right. There's other stuff coming out too.
All right. The next one's from Cornbread. It says, "Hi guys, want to send you a game for your community. It's Alan Wake on the Xbox 360. Feel free to give it to patron or give the code out there for anyone who's fast enough to receive it. If the code doesn't work, then let Cornbread know and he will recheck it." So here we go. I will give it out now. Again, this is Alan Wake on Xbox 360. P72HY JKY7Y QWFJ6 Q89PV 8W9KM. Probably post that to the Facebook group as well as the Twitch feed. It's 360 code. So if you do get it, just post it in the Facebook and let us know. And thanks, Cornbread.
Yep.
All right.
So
that's it for the community.
Yeah, unless I was trying to look up TP Poker's question about the scandal and stuff from Blizzard as far as esports wise, and MLG Gaming. I was not sure. I actually have never heard that they had a scandal or anything, recently. I spent most of the weekend watching Dota, Dota 2. Freaking Soul Assassin, I'm about to kick his rear end for getting me to watch that stuff, and I occasionally watch some CSGO, but I have not been watching any of Blizzard's stuff. Maybe caught a couple Heroes of the Storm competitive, but I was not aware of any scandal. So, Oh, okay, yeah. So I was trying to read what he was saying. He said the number one player in Overwatch won over 150K competitively. It's no coincidence that top 2 Blizzard engineers are from Finland. Stu is also Finnish, which is the guy who's number 1. It was also uncovered that Stu is a cousin of the engineer. I don't, in my opinion, as far as conflicts of interest and stuff here in the U.S., I know you have to introduce conflicts of interest and stuff like that in most of anything that you do. If any competitive play, like if you're talking about like Dota 2 and stuff, like I was saying, I was just watched the TI for 2017. Like those guys can't bring in their own, mice, can't bring in their own keyboards. They can only use stuff that is certified by the people that does Dota, and things like that, and like the PCs they play on are all built, and all the settings can't be changed, and it's just like literally the person who walks in has to sit down and play. So all I can say is if the guy walks in, sits down and plays and wins, I don't think, in my opinion, would have anything to do with that. Now, if his account has special privileges and stuff like that, I guess that's on them. That's why you would call it a scandal, and everybody's innocent until proven guilty in my mind. So I guess we'll have to see. But if somebody like that is cheating, TP, I mean, then they probably will never get to play competitively again, and it would ruin their career. So
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, just like anything else, if you steal, you're losing your job. If you do this, it's just, unfortunately one of those things. And of course, if they do find out that those engineers are going to lose their job, and they'll probably never get another job as an engineer in the gaming industry ever again. So
that's only if they truly did something that's proven. So
yeah, true,
we don't
true.
know. Really can't speculate. And
yep. So all right. So
what's up?
Yep, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Yep.
Get to work.
Bring your pay.
All right. The retail releases for the coming week are Number one, this is the one that has Mark a little excited here. August 15th, Agents of Mayhem.
Woo!
Yeah, I was just watching the trailer for that one.
I
don't
hope
know
it's good.
I don't know what to think of it other than they ripped off the Knight Rider and A-Team theme songs for their trailer.
I'm not
I'm like,
even
they're
aware
gonna
what the
get
game
sued.
is. What is this game?
I mean,
Agents creating mayhem.
yeah.
No, it's from the creators of Saints Row.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, Deep Silver, which is the guys that made this. I mean, they got so many good games. Dead Island, and I mean, they're a big publisher, got a lot of houses underneath them, but anyway, so yeah, Agents of Mayhem's coming out. Sonic Mania also on the 15th. Observer on the 15th. What?
Brun's favorite, Sonic
I'm
Mania.
just moaning. Like, oh, gosh.
Another Sonic game.
Just curb stomp him and get there with.
Then Pillars of the Earth on August 15th. August 16th brings Circuit Breakers, Conan Exiles, which is game preview. 18th has Thumper. And I believe that's it. Games with Gold is going to be switching over on Tuesday, Wednesday, because Tuesday the 15th, Wednesday the 16th. So you're going to have for Xbox One, Runbow is going to be, so Runbow is going to exit Games with Gold, and Trials Fusion is going to make the entrance. And I actually played a little bit of this because I wanted like 10 minutes of utter frustration, apparently. And I gave up on it. So if you want frustration, you can play some Trials Fusion for free starting on the 16th. And then Slime Rancher is the game for the rest of August. Xbox 360, exiting the program is going to be Bayonetta, and coming in will be Red Faction Armageddon on the 16th. And that's all the games with gold. Lastly, if you're going to be making any purchases on Amazon, if you're going to be buying parts for your car, toilet paper, or stuff for your Xbox, whatever it is, make sure to use our affiliate link. Go to thisxboxlife.com, click on the Amazon link, or you can also go to this Xbox Live or this xboxlife.com/Amazon.
Yep.
Wait, I think I said that twice. But anyway, go there.
New host, everybody.
Find our
New
affiliate
host.
link somewhere. Yeah. It's been a long day. I'm like exhausted. So here, listen to the last show that I was on, and I rattled over this, and then do what I said back then. Yeah. But anyway, doesn't cost you anything extra to use our affiliate link, but it helps us out. We get a teeny tiny little finder's fee for sending you their way. And if you're on the iTunes store, if you use that for any purpose, find the show on there, give us a 5-star rating. That it really helps us out, moves us up in the rankings, and we would definitely appreciate it. So there is my tongue-twisted announcement.
Yeah, when you were mentioned Slime Rancher, reminds me, because the Cornbread, he sent in the code, and he was the one I played Battlefield 1 with. I had to, it's almost like I have to pull him from Slime Rancher. I see him playing that all the time.
Really?
It must be his new favorite game. But, he's one of those guys that like to say, like, oh, my daughter was playing it, or my kid was playing it. So, the Cornbread, we know Slime Rancher is your favorite game of all time. So, stop trying to blame it on your kids. Jeez.
Yes.
I tell you. Cool.
Don't be afraid to take responsibility for the games you play.
Yeah.
Take ownership.
Yep. All right, guys. Anything else?
Nope.
Nope.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week and probably using a whole new piece of software. So that's going to go great.
It's going to be fantastic.
So be prepared.
What could go wrong?
Yeah. Well, yeah. What's the worst thing that could happen? So, but, all right. Thanks, everybody. I'm Brian BJ Swick 33.
I'm Rob Elson as Presar. Thanks for listening, everybody.
I'm Mark, aka Wingman 709, taking off.